Hey y'all! So, as you already know, today is our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary to your girl AK and your boy
Q.
So yes, it is our anniversary. Today is also episode 20. This is episode 20 of his Mouthpiece. Crazy, I know. I can't still believe it that it's episode 20, y'all. Episode 20. So I wanted to do something a little different.
Still going strong.
We are. Wanted to do something different. I took my glasses off this time. I don't know, I just didn't want the glare, and we're in a different place. We're actually both sitting crisscross because he's always upset. I can't put my legs up. So now we're in our
room on the couch.
Whatever. We're in our living room. So there's a little bit of echo, that's why. But yes, it is 10 years of marriage. So this episode is going to be talking about 10 years. What God has done, what he has brought us through, and what he did, y'all. What he did. So
Amen.
I guess we can start at the beginning. So basically, God allowed this journey to start on, what day was it? I'm gonna see if he knows.
March. I don't remember, y'all. March, I'm good.
March, babe. March is when we got engaged. When did everything start?
Oh, everything before we got married.
With us. Well, we didn't just hop in. We just didn't just hop in the carriage to get married.
December 6th.
No.
November.
November what?
It was a week of Thanksgiving. That's all I know.
I need the date.
November 22nd.
Lord, no, that's what.
What day?
Let me just put him out of his misery, y'all. Out of his misery. It was November 25th. November 25th.
Sound about y'all remember.
Yeah, so special. So special. Anyways,
Baby.
so on that fateful day, I messaged him first. Let it be known, I messaged him first.
Yeah.
And we just started talking, and lo and behold, we talked that whole night. Honestly, I was in college. I was a senior in college. Mm-hmm. It was my second semester of my senior year, and I had already told God, I'm done. I'm not trying to find anyone. I don't want to do this anymore. Whatever you have for me, you have for me. And I just happened to get online that night. Well, it didn't happen. It was God willing. Got online that night, and we messaged and exchanged numbers. And then anyone who knows me knows I love to talk. And I'm also a person that likes or enjoys asking questions. And they're not just what's your favorite color? No, I want to know, what are your intent? I asked him, what are your intentions? And when it comes to a Christian relationship, how do you see yourself in a Christian relationship?
Pause. That was an essay question.
So, of course, since I asked the question, I answered the question. My answer, we were texting, was pretty long. I don't remember exactly what it was.
7 paragraphs long.
It was pretty long. So, needless to say, I sent my response, and then there was silence. I didn't get a thumbs up. I didn't get a K. I didn't get anything.
Y'all, at this time when she sent that message, y'all, I was scared. I said, oh, Lord.
Scared? No, he was asleep.
I said.
He went to sleep.
Yeah. But then I woke up, I was scared, y'all. I was scared. I didn't know what I got myself into. I was like, oh, Lord. I didn't got me a philosopher. I didn't know what was happening. Y'all really didn't. I didn't know what was happening. I thought, oh, Lord, I got me what's the philosopher's name? Whatever his name.
Wow.
Aristotle.
Wow.
Aristotle.
You sure that's one?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Stupid. Aristotle. I thought I had Aristotle. So y'all, at this point, when I got that message, guess what I did? I ghosted her.
He sure did. Mm-hmm. He sure did.
Yeah.
And
a whole week.
He did. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy about the whole thing is I was like, okay. I didn't try to reach out. I didn't try to text him. Nothing. And it wasn't until my dad picked me up to take me home for Thanksgiving break, and I told my dad the situation, and I was like, Dad, this is what's going on. And he said, well, you can text him and let him know, like, hey, this is what I'm, if you're not feeling me, that's fine. Just let me know. So literally I texted him. I said, look, pretty much is what I said. I said, look, if you're trying to do something, let me know. If not, let me know when I'm going to bounce. Maybe about 0.5 seconds later, he called me. I had that way. I had that way. And it was to say, of course, the rest is history. So that was in November. December, everything became official. And then we dated for all of 2012, all of 2013. And then I moved here in 2014, January of 2014. That was crazy because I literally came down for a birthday party for his mom. And while I was there, I interviewed for a job and got the job. And basically came home and told my dad, I was like, I'm moving to Texas. And needless to say, he was not happy. He was not. Hindsight, I should have waited. And I should have saved up money because then I probably could have had my own place. But I didn't do that. No. I'm that type of person that's like, I'm going to see for myself. So I saw for myself, and
it was not pretty.
It wasn't. Let's just say, I moved in with he was my boyfriend at the time, and his parents, and it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. It really didn't. And moved in January 21st of 2014. Mm-hmm. We were out in our new place March 8th.
It didn't take long.
How fast? I was up. And then on that, but what he did was he proposed. The night that we got our new place, he proposed to me in the apartment. And then apparently it told my dad that he was supposed to wait until Sunday and in front of church and then ask me, but he was afraid that I was going to say
because he was going to look at me. Y'all guys ever seen that, Wife and Kids?
My Wife and Kids.
And then when Jade asked Michael a question and then she says, can I have this? And Michael goes, no. I thought she was going to do that.
So he was afraid.
I thought she was going to say no.
So to save himself from embarrassment.
Yes. And the tears.
I mean, I probably would have done that, but then I'm like, I'm just kidding, yes. But that's just me. But so he decided to do it more private. So that happened in March. So we got engaged. The original plan was to get married the following April of 2015.
Right.
But for whatever reason, we ended up going to couple counseling
premarital.
Premarital counseling with our pastor, and our pastor was like, you know, you're living in sin, right? And we were like, yeah. So we got married, and that's what this date is. We got married on this date.
And this was just y'all. But before we got married, we went to Austin to go get her birth certificate.
Because that's where I was born. Luckily, I was born in Texas.
Yeah.
I was born in Austin, Texas.
So we went to Austin to get a birth certificate.
Which we didn't even need.
And we didn't even I'll never forget it. We took a day off from work.
We did. But it was cool because I had to go. I researched the place. I knew exactly where we had to go. It was just us at the time. We didn't have Diamond or Princess. So it was just us. And we did. I researched it. We went in there. I got my birth certificate. I was like, this is where I was born.
And then we had to come down San Antonio, downtown to the courthouse to get our marriage certificate.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty. We still have it. I want to frame it because it's really pretty. It comes on this like yellow paper and it's pretty.
Y'all know a marriage certificate is fire?
He's lying. He's lying.
It's
if
true.
it is, I'd have been gone, y'all.
She's still here. Civic.
Never a dull moment. But yeah, we look at the 10 years and we have a vision board in our house and it talks about like 10 years. We always thought about what would we do in 10 years. We thought that we were going to have a 10-year reunion. No.
Yes.
Renewal of vows. That's what it was. But it's expensive. So we said, how about 20? How about 20? So we're looking for.
Although the church said they do it for us for free.
No. But I'd rather do 20.
Yeah. So,
because at that point, I'll be in my 50s.
Me too.
You'll be in your 60s.
Yeah, close to it.
You've been really close to it.
I'd be 58.
Lord have mercy. That's crazy.
No, hold on. 10 years from now, I'm 38 now.
Oh.
I'm trying to add on age. I'll be 48. Be 48.
I'll be your age.
Yeah, she be my age.
I'll be 40.
You'll be 44.
What?
Hold on, she got me think. Wait. Hold on. Did I do that?
I was adding 20, so actually that would have been 30 years.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all. My bad. This is why our kids are in trouble. They're
very much so.
We was just a decade off.
Yeah. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen the Christmas thing?
Oh man,
I'm just a dollar off.
Yeah, we were just a decade off.
Yeah.
But yeah, never a dull moment. But yeah, no, y'all, God's been awesome. We definitely give Him all the glory and the praise because every year it's been something. It really has. So we got married in 2014, and then 2015. Right on his birthday, we found out that we were expecting.
Right before my birthday.
Right before your birthday. Well, we didn't know.
Yeah.
I woke up on your birthday. Mm-hmm. I took a test and found out that I was expecting, and we were over the moon excited. When I say we told everybody. People who I didn't even know, I was like, I was excited. I was so excited. And, of course, God had other plans, and we lost that one. That was a very hard time in our marriage because we just got married. We just got married the year before, and here it is. It wasn't even. We had just been married a year, and then the baby was gone. So that was hard. That was very hard. There wasn't a lot of support also in the family. So not on my side, his side. Yeah. But so that made it hard. That made it very hard because I was in a situation that was new, that was unfamiliar to me, that I didn't know really how to navigate. And I can really say you really don't know what you're in until you go through it. Mm-hmm. And that was very hard. It was very hard. I took off from work. Things I don't typically, I took off from work. I don't take off from work now. I should, but I don't. So it was very hard for me during that time to, I don't want to say live, but to comprehend what had happened. Because...
And at the time, we were very young.
We were. I was 24, and he was 27. So yeah, we were
still young. So we didn't know exactly how to cope with it or anything like that.
And he had lost people. I hadn't. That was my first loss. Like, I have lost my grandparents, but I didn't have the to lose a child. That's a bond that you can't describe. Yeah. So that was hard. So that was 2015, and then 2016 we got pregnant again, and the same thing happened. So we had not even grieved the first one when we get pregnant again, and then we lose the second one, and that was devastating. That was so hard. Right around that same time, his sister got pregnant with our niece, and that was hard. I remember just crying a lot, not really understanding what my emotions were, how I was going to cope with it. I did my best to be present and be there, but it was hard. It was hard. I was trying to understand why God had taken our children, and there were still children coming in the world. Around that time, a lot of children were being born, and it was very hard. It was very hard for me to process, very hard for me to go through. 2018 hit, and I thought I was pregnant because I have something that's called PCOS, which basically I don't have cycles as often as I should. So of course, in order to have a baby, there has to be some type of estrogen. I think it's estrogen that has to be in the body. Well, when you don't have a cycle, you don't produce it as much. So in 2018, I thought, let me before I skip. So 2015, while we were pregnant, we had gotten a puppy, Diamond, and over the moon excited. She knew that the baby was coming, and she was excited, and we were excited because she was coming. And then we lost the baby, and then we had Diamond. So Diamond was very much a pivotal part of our story.
She's been there for both of them.
She was there. She was there for the first one. She was only 6 months when we lost the first one, and then the second one, she was there for that one as well in 2016. So Diamond is like our baby. Diamond is that diamond in the rough. Like she's our baby. She's been with us, practically our whole marriage.
Mm-hmm.
The only time she wasn't there is when we got married. So and then 2018, how we got Princess. I thought I was pregnant and I wasn't, and I felt like I needed something to fill that void, so we got Princess, and that's how Princess has been here. We got her in 2018 because that was a hard time for me because I thought I was pregnant. I swore up and down I thought I was, and then I wasn't, and I was devastated, and I needed something to, what I thought would fill that void. It didn't, but I needed something, and that's how we got Princess. So that was 2018.
So you can see the dogs are definitely a pivotal part of our family.
For sure. They're our babies.
They have been here with us since then.
And the tears that we cry, and when we fight, when we argue, they're there. If anything, that Princess has become the little referee. She gets very upset, especially if he raises his voice. She gets on him. Not me so much. She gets on him.
She barks at me.
She barks at him.
And she'll scratch me.
But yeah, that was 2018. 2019. I think we both went through PTO, which is it was a program that allowed us to pull back some layers to process the grief, because I think that was a very pivotal thing. We had never really processed what had happened and talked about it, and actually was verbal about it. I think there was blaming on both parts. I know I blamed God. I know I was mad at God because I remember praying at night, and we talked to the baby, and we would pray for them, and I remember reading to the baby at night, and then the baby was just gone. And I couldn't understand how we did all of that, and he still decided that.
I remember in 2019 we went through PTO, but we're still not on the best of terms. Like, we were definitely going through some things then.
We were.
But I think, she went through PTO first, and then she told me about it, and I went through it after her. And I think it helped her, and I think it helped me not blame God or blame her. Because when we had the two not yets, I blamed her and I blamed God. But then in 2019, I think after I went to retreat, things got a little better. Somewhat.
There wasn't. Not to cut you off. I think a lot of the marriage, though, we were going through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much, yes, he was my husband. Yes, I'm his wife, but that was it. There wasn't really a definition of what that was, of what that looked like, of what we meant to each other. It really wasn't until 2021
when my dad had the stroke,
and
that changed the dynamic of the family.
It did for us as well, because at that point our marriage was on the verge of divorce. It was very much we had gone through the motions for so long that neither one of us wanted to put on a facade anymore. Neither one of us wanted to be unhappy anymore. And it got to the point where it's like, okay, this is where you're at. God was like, this is where you're at. You're either going to fight for this, and you're going to fight for what I put together, or you're going to walk away and call it quits, and it's going to be done. So we really had to come together. We had to cry. We had to have creative discussions, as I like to call them. But we really had to sit down.
Colorful discussions.
We really had to sit down and come together and figure out what was important. One thing that was huge was kids. I had come to the realization that kids for me had become my obsession. They had become my, in a sense, my God, because I was obsessed. All I could think about was being a mom, wanting to be a mom, and it wasn't happening, and I was upset. I was sad. I couldn't go. When announcements would come for birth announcements, or my friends would have, I was a mess. I would be excited for them, and I truly was and meant it excitement. Then I would come home and I would just crash, and it wasn't healthy. So what I had to do was take it off the table, and we had to have a conversation about that, because that was hard. Because for me, being a mom, yes, that's something that I definitely want to be. But God told me, I want to say it might have been year 8 or year 7. He was like, you are not only going to be a better mom, but you're also going to be a better wife.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off and go back to 2021. When the stroke happened, we also got into re-engage.
No, that was 2022.
But when the stroke happened, also in 2021, I think we took time for ourselves, and we started to really say, okay, if we really want this, we're gonna have to communicate and everything. So in 2021, we took time for ourselves. But in 2022, we went through a program called Re-Engage, and then we had connected with a group of people who basically became our circle, in a sense. And long story short, it didn't last because the true colors were shown. But in 2022, I think we branched off from my family and we started doing our own thing. It was like every weekend we were with them, and we were always hanging out together. We were at their house for Christmas.
Yeah, but like with regards to our marriage, I don't think we really got back to us really until, I would say, last year.
Yeah.
2022. I mean, we were still trying to find ourselves, and I think that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to find ourselves, and we were doing what we had done before with the family by attaching and becoming, instead of being our own and being who we are and being unique and being different, we were trying to, in a sense, leech on to another group like what we did with the family. And that's not what we were never meant to do that. We were meant to be game changers. We were meant to do different things. And when we finally decided, okay, we're going to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, we're going to have fun. And if people don't like it, that's on them. That's when things, I think, started to change. But I think we didn't really get to that until, I would say last year. Because even in 2021 and 2022, we were still trying to figure that out. We didn't really know who we were. We didn't really have those set boundaries until last year. Because we literally had to depend on each other. And that's the thing. When you get down and it gets to that point, you learn to depend on each other. I mean, just reflecting on the last 10 years, it's been a lot. I know there's more to come, but I am grateful for this man. I love this man. I am proud of the work that he's put in. I'm proud of the work.
I put a lot of work, y'all.
Bruh.
A lot of work.
If you ain't even know, like, wow.
God can take a mess and make a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's living proof, y'all. Living proof. So, but no, like, I love him. I'm proud of him. I know that greater is coming. We always say greater is coming. For sure. We know that this isn't the end of our story. It's a part of our story. We made it to 10 years. So excited. So with us, you should just know, your girl celebrates, loves to celebrate, and especially celebrate us. So today is our 10-year anniversary. In November, we will celebrate our 10-year wedding anniversary.
I got that one.
Because, yes, I orchestrated this one. He's taking care of that one. So speaking.
I got plans, y'all.
So I'm excited.
I got plans.
But, and then December 6th is our dating anniversary, which started everything. So, but I like to celebrate us. Celebrating us, it makes me happy. I get excited and I get very, what's the word I want to use? Giddy, but I also get it's personal because I know what the work we put in, I know what we've done, and it's nothing but God.
Yeah, I'll say I'm grateful for this woman right here. I love this woman to death. She is my pain in my butt. But I love her. And I'm grateful for her. And I'm proud of the woman she has become and the woman that God is making her be, because she put in some work too, y'all.
Yeah.
She was crazy.
Still am.
Yes.
But we just want to thank God. Thank God for the 10 years. Thank God for the next 10 years. And we just thank him and give him glory and honor. As usual, if you guys have any questions about God, about anything regarding him, want a relationship with him, it's never too late to start. Please reach out to me or my husband. We would love to answer any questions that you may have or even pray with you. God is awesome, y'all. God is awesome. And when you find the right person, especially the person that God made for you, it means all the difference in the world.
Love ain't easy, but
it's not.
But when it's perfect when it's done with the
right person. And will it be work? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Will you get into it? Yes. If you're not arguing,
something wrong.
Something wrong. Because yes, we argue. We do have fun. But we do argue. But now we're learning how to argue. We're getting better. We have our days, but we're learning how to argue. So, but God is good. We're thankful for these 10 years.
Amen.
10 more to come. Thank you guys for all the continuous love and support. This is episode 20 of His Mouthpiece. Please enjoy, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Y'all take care. Blessings.